Hey guys, I'm Travis from Boundary, and today we're going to be talking about a standard billet oil pump gear install. So for today's install, you're going to need a couple of items. You're going to need a 1/4 inch torque wrench, screws for the install, which you can purchase from us. You'll need Permatex Loctite, your lubricant that comes with your Boundary gear. Ideally, some alcohol or other solvent to clean up with, and then a power drill. Okay, so first we have to do disassembly. So if you're starting with a used pump or a new pump, you want to set your driver to max. Make sure you have your torque spit and remove. And when you're taking these out, you're going to make sure you get full engagement and put some pressure down. It keeps from stripping out the torques. Okay. All right. So we have our OEM gear set now. So we're going to take this out. And if you're using a used pump, some isopropyl alcohol to go and clean out all of these surfaces. The same on the back plate. So we want to put in just a little bit of isopropyl, and then we're going to wipe it down. So what this does is, one, it prevents pieces of debris getting inside these pumps that have very tight clearances. And it also makes sure that whenever we bolt it down, it's not sitting on anything. It's sitting on a nice clean surface and it's bolted down flat. So the next step is to go ahead and take the Boundary oil pump gear and place it in. And you can see here that I have the lettering facing you. We're going to take some of the lubricant that we supply with your pumps. We'll put a little bit on the bottom, each side. Drop the gear in. We're going to put a little between the teeth, and then a little on top. So a lot of people think that the reason that you do this is to prevent wear on startup, and that's a little bit part of it. So you do want to provide a little bit of lubrication in here, but the more important part is that we're actually sealing up all the little crevices around the gear set. So they can't be made absolutely perfectly fit in the hole or they wouldn't rotate. So the lubricant seals up those little cracks and things, so the first time you turn your car on, you get instant oil pressure. So once we've got that, let's just go ahead and rotate the gear set around a little bit so we get it between all the teeth. Okay, so now we're coated everywhere all around. We've got some on top so that when we rotate it once the lid's on, that'll smear, and the same thing on the bottom. So we're going to take the back plate and place it on. And then I highly recommend getting some red Loctite from Permatex. So there's no reason to over lubricate. You need just 1 drop. Okay, that's all you need. And place on each screw. Okay, now that we've got the Permatex applied, we're going to take our driver and set it all the way in the opposite direction. So we're going to go on 1, meaning we're going to apply very, very light torque. And the reason you're doing this is that the screw holes are chamfered. The point of doing the chamfering on these holes is so that it properly aligns the ports on the pump side, and it makes sure that we got equal pressure all the way across the back plate. So the back plates are a lot like cylinder heads. They're supposed to be machined flat, and then they're supposed to have the pressure applied equally so they don't potato chip or warp under the torque. So we're going to go ahead and screw this down and watch carefully. Okay, so you've seen it jerk a little bit as we got to the bottom. Now we're going to go opposite side. And you can see that kick that lid over a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to take our 1/4 inch torque wrench and we're going to set it to 86 inch-pounds. Okay? We're going to engage this in a star pattern, so I'm going to go 1, 2, and then just do your best to balance it, right? So no specific arrangement, but try to make it even. So that's your torque up. Now there's a couple of other things that you want to pay attention to when you're going through these pump assemblies. So for wear on a used pump, these alignment tabs are extremely important. So you can see that there's 4 alignment tabs. And what these do is they actually orient the pump whenever it's put onto the crankshaft. So once you put it onto the crank, and then you bolt it down, a lot of times the pumps will sag a little bit and actually lay against that crankshaft. So when that happens and you take it off, you could see scoring or damage to these alignment tabs. If the scoring's bad enough, the pump actually won't be oriented correctly on the crank, and it can cause gear damage, pump damage, or poor performance in general. So please pay attention to those alignment tabs. All right, that completes the video.